k equal to 1, that is the second root. K equal to 2, that is the third root, up to n minus 1. But using your calculator, it always give only one root, that is k equal to 0. And with k equal to 0, it is classified as a principal root. No? And square root of, uh, what do you call this? Square root or cube root of negative numbers will give you only one root. So what we have to do is to express negative quantity, real quantity, into a complex quantity, wherein the imaginary part is 0. Then convert into polar form, then convert into general polar form, wherein you will rotate the vector or the polar quantity by 360 degrees k times. No? That defines the root of a complex number. Now, let's set the logarithms of a complex number. Complex number or complex quantity. Let's say we're going to take the logarithm of x plus jy. What property on logarithm we can apply? We cannot separate the real part from the imaginary part. No? It is not equal to log of x plus log of jy. No. So it means to say that logarithms of complex number in rectangular form is not possible. What about in polar form? How will you take the logarithm? This is an abbreviated form of trigonometric, wherein you cannot separate r from an angle of theta. Hindi mo pwedeng isulat ng logarithm of r plus logarithm of bar angle theta. No. So again, no properties on logarithm is applicable in polar form. Now, if we're going to convert this into trigonometric form, still the same. What about in exponential? Tingnan natin sa exponential form. If complex quantity is expressed in exponential form, the result is simply the logarithm of r e to the j theta. Let's say the base is b. By the way, normally ata a ang ginagamit na base, no? Normally, when the base a is 10, no need to write. It's considered as a common logarithm, no? When the base a is 10, that is considered as a common logarithm. No need to, or whenever you encounter logarithms problem without the base understood to be 10. Now, if the base is e, let's say the logarithm of x to the base e, normally it is written as natural logarithm. No? So when we say natural logarithm, the base is e. And when we speak of logarithm, we mean exponent. Say, what is the logarithm of 100? Walang base na naka-indicate. If you're going to use your calculator, sige nga, pakigamitan niya ng calculator. Logarithm of 100.
2 po siya.
2. Oh. Ibig sabihin, understood that the base is 10, no? And dito yung 10. Ibig sabihin, 10 to the 2 is equal to 100. So, what must be sa logarithm of 100? Ibig sabihin, what must be the exponent of 10 in order to give 100 when you raise to that exponent? The answer is 2. That is, the base 10 raised to an exponent of 2 equal to 100. Okay? Now, let's continue. I hope you can follow Mm. Using property on logarithm, it can be rewritten as logarithm of r to the same base a plus the logarithm of e to the j theta to the same base a. Next, you have here logarithm of r to the base a. We can apply third property on logarithm, that is j theta, the logarithm of e to the base a. Okay? Then logarithm of r, using calculator, it can be evaluated. Logarithm of e can be evaluated to the base a. It has a value. So the result is also a complex quantity in rectangular form. Do you follow? So it means to say that logarithms of complex number is only possible in exponential form. No? Possible lang yan in exponential form. So if you're interested on the logarithms in rectangular form, no? Convert rectangular to polar, then polar to exponential. Okay? Yun lang yung pwede nating gamitan ng ano eh, ng logarithm. Halimbawa, ganito. What is square root of negative 1? Ito binigay sa ano, board exam ano. ECE ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Oo. Akala ko CPE kasi ang CPE wala namang board exam eh. IE wala rin board exam. Ito binigay sa ano, board exam ng ECE saka ng EE. Evaluate square root of negative 1 raised to square root of negative 1. Will you use calculator? Baka may calculator kayo dyan. Square root of negative 1 raised to square root of negative 1. Ano ang binibigay na value ng calculator?
Math
Kasi
error po, sir.
sa board exam kasi, hindi na pinapakita yung solution eh. Kasi nga multiple choice eh. Anong lumalabas? Math error. Eh dun sa choices mo, wala ka namang math error eh. 4 choices lang yon, A, B, C, D. Yung letter D, none of the above. Di ang sasagot mo, none of the above. Di ba? Kasi hindi kaya ng calculator eh. So, tingnan natin ano. Ganito. Isn't it that we denote the square root of negative 1 as j? Therefore, square root of negative 1 raised to the square root of negative 1 can be taken as j to the j. No? And to evaluate, let's introduce z as another parameter which will give us j to the j. Whatever the value of z will be the value of the square root of negative 1 raised to the square root of negative 1. So, kunin natin yung natural logarithm ng both sides. Tama? Then, third property, pwede mong gawin ganito to eh. J ln of j. So, we have here j. Ln of j can be taken as 0 plus j in rectangular form. In polar form, we have j ln of, pagka plinat natin yan sa Cartesian coordinate, wala kang real part eh. Meron ka lang imaginary part. Okay? Wherein the value is 1. The value is 1. Then the angle is 90 degrees. So, under the polar form, we have 1 bar angle of 90 degrees. But taking natural logarithm of complex quantity, no, the rule is it must be in exponential. Under the exponential form, we have here, no need to write 1, ano? E to the j, 90 degrees is pi over 2. Using third property, ito yung magiging j pi over 2 times j natural logarithm of e. But take note that natural logarithm of e is equal to 1. Natural logarithm of e can be rewritten as logarithm of e to the base e. And the exponent of e to give e should be 1. Using calculator, that is 1. So, ang lalabas ngayon dito, ano, you have here j squared pi over 2. But take note that this is natural logarithm of c. And j squared is negative 1. So, what will be the value of z? Take anti-natural logarithm. And to take the anti-natural logarithm, we have the ln of z as negative pi over 2. When we say take the anti-natural logarithm, simply raise to e both sides of the equation. And e to the ln of z, that is the result. But what is z? Z is j to the j. And j to the j is the square root of negative 1 raised to the square root of negative 1 is e to the negative pi over 2. Pwede nang gamitan ito ng calculator. In decimal, what is the value of imaginary raised to imaginary? In decimal,
0.21 po.
what about the rest?
Same lang po, sir. 0.21.
Teka,
Same din po, sir.
inaano ko sa calculator ko. Shift E. Ilan? 0.21
po.
21 po.
correct to 4 decimal places, lumalabas sa akin 0.2079.
Yes po, same po.
Yes po, sir.
Pero minsan ang ibibigay sa choices yun yung e to the negative pi over 2. So hindi math error, there's a value which cannot be calculated using calculator directly. And this is the procedure. No? Pero merong shortcut dyan Tingnan natin. Let's have the parallel analysis. Then compare. No? Ano yung binigay? Square root of negative 1 raised to the square root of negative 1 can be written as j to the j. No? So, ganitong gawin natin. Hindi ba yung j under the exponential form? Ito, pwede mong gawing 0 plus j the quantity to the j. Under the polar form, 1 barangle of 90. Under the exponential form, we have e to the j pi over 2. Nasaan ba yun? Ginamit na natin yung kanina Ito. 0 plus j is 1 barangle of 90. 1 barangle of 90 is e to the j pi over 2. Balik tayo dito. Ayun. Then the quantity raised to j. We're going to multiply the exponent, Doing so, we have e to the j squared pi over 2. But take note that j squared is negative 1, so magiging e to the negative pi over 2. This is simply di ba? We arrive at the same answer with a simple solution. Any questions so far? Everything clear? Hello? Are you still there?
Yes po, clear po.
Ali mas madaling solution.
Parallel po, sir.
O, yung pangalawa, no? Kaya lang, hindi lahat pwede nating isolve ng ganyan eh. Halimbawa, ganito. Yung kasing unang solution natin, that is in general. Yung pangalawang solution natin, this is specific. Second solution ito. Specific yan. No? The first one is in general. Paano kung halimbawa ganito? Also a problem given in the board examination. Parang matutuloy na ang board exam ngayon, ano? Parang May ata tuloy na ang board exam. Mauna siguro ang CE. Sila ang naka-schedule ng May eh. Anong year kayo ngayon?
Second year po.
Second year. 4 years na lang ang engineering. So, ibig sabihin, 2 taon pa, you'll be preparing for the board examination. Kung normal na ang sitwasyon natin, ano? Pero, tingin ko, pwede naman kahit ganyan sitwasyon mag-board exam eh. Gagawing localize, halimbawa, sa Lasal. Lahat ng graduate ng Lasal, dun mag-board exam sa university ng Lasal. Maano pa, tapos ang magiging proctor, o de yung taga-ibang school. Kaya lang napakarami pagka ganoon. Pagkahatiin. Yan. Evaluate the logarithm of 1 plus j square root of 3 to the base 1 minus j. So, itong log na ito, pantay dun sa 1 plus j square root of 3. Itong 1 minus j, nasa baba. To show that this is the base 1 minus j. How will you evaluate? Again, this cannot be evaluated directly with the calculator. Because for the calculator, the base are real quantity. No, tingnan niyo yung calculator ninyo. Nakalagay ay logarithm of b to the base a. Ang base a mo dito, considered as a real quantity. Dito sa problem na ito, ang base mo ay complex quantity. Kahit nga sabihin na ito, ganito na lang. Logarithm of 100 to the base 1 minus j. Hindi pa rin pwedeng gamitan ng calculator. No? Pero kung gagamit kayo ng MATLAB, Matrix Laboratory, may program para dito. Naka-ano na yun, naka-program na yon. Kung Matrix Laboratory, wala namang calculator na mayroong MATLAB eh. Malaki ang file na uubusin ito. At kung sakali man, it's not allowed in the board examination. So, papaano? Any idea? Ganito. Teka, magtawag nga muna ako. Baka dalawa na lang kayong andyan eh. Brian.
Yes po, sir.
Paano ang gagawin doon? Ang base mo ay complex quantity. Sepe? Brian, anong idea mo doon? Brian?
Sir.
Sepe. Ano? Yes, Mr. Sepe. Sepe. Hello, Mr. Sepe. Ano idea mo?
Sorry sir, medyo hindi ko po alam eh. Sir.
Pero nasundan mo yung una kong lecture.
Yes po, yun po.
Villa Flores. Villa Flores. Malis na si Villa Flores. Walang mic. Gawan mo ng paraan para nakakasagot kayo pagka nagtatanong ako. Pabral.
Sir, iniintindi ko pa po, sir.
James. Pero yung una example na naintindihan mo,
Nasundan naman po, sir.
James.
Nag-iisipan pa rin po, sir.
Janine. Janine. Yoko.
Sir,
Oo, ano yun? Ano?
papasok ko lang po.
Eh, di hindi mo naabutan yung una kong lecture.
Ngayon pa lang po ako nakapasok na yung meeting ko.
Oo. At mamaya, picturean nyo yung lecture, ano, para kung sakali, marireview ninyo.
Ako, sir.
Joanne Descaliar.
Sir, dinadigest ko pa po yung ano po, example po kanina.
Babylonia. Eh, gaano katagal ka mag-iisip? Julia.
Sir, sa tingin ko po, yung sa may base form po, i-divide po siya sa may, 1 plus j square root of 3 po.
Ay, hindi pa pwede i-divide.
Ay, di po, sir. Okay po.
Hindi. Kasi base yun eh. Parang, halimbawa, logarithm of 100 to the base 10. Diba? The answer is 2. So, pagka dinivide mo yung 100 by 10, the result is not 2. It's 50. So,
I mean po, sir, parang po, sir, parang,
ano?
yung katulad po sa
Saan?
sa may application po, sir, sa, wait lang, sir.
Sige. Take your time.
Yung katulad po sa logarithmic rule, sir, pero po parang i-convert po muna into exponential form po yan. Sa tingin ko lang po, sir.
Oh, pero bago mo i-convert sa exponential form, dapat mas-simplify muna ito eh. Di ba? Sige. Tingnan natin yung idea ng iba, no? Justin.
Sir, iniisip ko pa rin po, wala pa rin pong idea kung naiisip.
Janilio.
Wala pa rin pong idea, sir.
Sinugba.
Sir, baka pwede pong parang ibahin po muna yung parang i-expand po muna yung log.
Kaya nga, paano mo? Actually, hindi natin i-expand. Isi-simplify natin dapat eh.
Parang pwede po siguro muna 1 minus j raised to x is equal to 1 plus j square root of 3.
Tingnan natin kung yung idea mo, no? Kung parehas doon sa iba, ha?
Sige po.
Labrage.
Well, wala pa po, sir. Nag-try pa lang po.
Corsino.
Wala rin po, sir.
Algara.
Sir, tingin ko po i-raise yung base doon sa equation po.
Sang equation?
Doon po sa 1 plus j square root of 3.
Mamaya, tingnan natin kung ano. Alcayaga, are you around?
Sir, wala pa din po.
Tama yung sinasabi ng isang classmate ninyo. Ganito, no? Introduce another variable or another parameter. So, let's say be equal to the logarithm of 1 plus j square root of 3 to the base 1 minus j. So, apply the principle. Diba, logarithm of 100 to the base 10 is equal to 2. And if we're going to simplify, the base 10 raised to an exponent is equal to 100. So ito, yung base natin, 1 minus j. So yung 1 minus j, i-raise natin to an exponent of say, should be equal to 1 plus j square root of 3. Ito siguro yung gustong sabihin nung isang classmate ninyo, ano? So, the base 1 minus j raised to an exponent of say should be equal to 1 plus j square root of 3. Same principle with the base 10 raised to an exponent of 2 equal to 100. I hope you can follow. No? Now, in order to evaluate, take natural logarithm of both sides. Kunin natin yung natural logarithm of both sides. Doing so, we have here natural logarithm of the quantity 1 minus j to the c is equal to the natural logarithm of 1 plus j square root of 3. Since we are interested in z, no, apply third property. It can be taken as z ln of 1 minus j equal to ln of 1 plus j square root of 3. Siguro ito yung gustong sabihin nung ni ano kanina ni Julia na di-divide. Kaya lang, pagka dinivide mo, naka-natural logarithm na. Kukunin mo muna yung natural logarithm of 1 plus j square root of 3. Kukunin mo yung natural logarithm ng 1 minus j, then take the quotient. Hindi, not simply dividing the two, but take the natural logarithm first of the numerator, take the natural logarithm of the denominator, then divide. However, no, in order to divide or in order to take the natural logarithm, complex quantity must be in exponential form. So will you convert 1 plus j square root of 3 into polar? Ilan? Parang 2 ito 2 bar angle of what?
2 bar angle of 60 po.
60 degrees. What about the denominator? Square root of 2, and square root of 2 is 1.414 bar angle of parang negative 45 degrees ito. Sige nga, will you check?
Yes po, tama po, sir.
Now, convert polar to exponential. So, yung numerator natin will turn out to be natural logarithm of 2, 60 degrees. Tama ba? Ln of tama, 2. Then, 60 degrees is simply pi all over 3. While the denominator is natural logarithm of 1.414, then e to the j, negative 45, and 45 degrees is pi all over 4. So, pwede na i-process ito, no? That is, natural logarithm of 2 plus natural logarithm of e to the j pi over 3. While the denominator, it is natural logarithm of 1.414 plus natural logarithm, may j ito, no? Meron j. E to the, you might be confused with this. Yan. So, e to the negative j pi all over 4. Natural logarithm of 2 can be calculated using calculator. Anong ln of 2? Parang 1 point something ito 609 ba? Ln of 2? Sigurado ka, 0.69? What about the other? Ln of 2?
0.69 din po.
Sige. Then, third property, pwede itong gawing plus j pi over 3 ln of e. But natural logarithm of e is equal to 1. No? What about the denominator? Ln of 1.414. Natural logarithm of 1.414. 0.35 Then the other one is negative j pi all over 4. Yung pi mo dito, hindi na 180 degrees, ano? Ano na ito? 3.141592654. Pwede na itong gamitan ng calculator directly. Sige nga, gamitan ninyo ng calculator directly. Para hindi na tayo mag-convert ng rectangular to polar, direct sa calculator. Yung mode ng calculator niya nasa complex. What is the answer?
Negative 0.7858 po yung real, sir.
Ano, negative?
Negative 0.7858.
7858. 7858. O de 786. No.
Apo.
Correct to 3 decimal places. For consistency, kasi 0.69 lang ginamit natin, ito yung magiging 0.79. Gawin natin 0.79. What about the imaginary part?
Plus 1.23J po.
Plus?
1.23.
Oh. What about the rest? Did you arrive at the same value?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Ibig sabihin, alam niyo nang gamitin yung calculator directly, ano? So, kung kayang i-process ng calculator directly, yun ang gamitin nyo. Imamanual lang ninyo kung hindi kaya ng calculator. Tulad nung yung process na ito. Kukunin mo yung logarithm, hindi kaya ng calculator yan. So, up to this point, yung bang ano, ln of e to the j pi over 3 divided by ln of 1.414 e to the negative j pi over 4. Kaya ba ito ng calculator? Ito itong part na ito. Pwede bang calculator directly? Subukan nga ninyo. Naka-exponential. Palagay ko kaya eh. Please try. Kaya ba?
Nagmamat error po sa akin, sir.
What about the rest?
Sir, sa akin din po.
Same po, sir.
Ibig sabihin, talagang gagamitan muna natin ng properties, no? Yes. Ano? Ibig sabihin, hindi nakaprogram sa calculator, ano? Pero tingin ko yung mga mas advanced na calculator, kaya na. Marami ng mga bagong model ng calculator. Tingin ko kaya